From humble bundles to Steam sales to games that are just cheap, we all end up with a pile of games we probably won't ever get around to, even during AAA drop season. Well, I say fuck that. I'm gonna play 'em, and I'm gonna talk about 'em into a microphone. That's right, it's the game pile. Today's game is Little Divil. No, I didn't fuck that up, that's how it's spelled. Little Divil starts off with the main character dancing around like a real asshole. I gotta say, I definitely appreciate the music and character design. It's got a strong Looney Tunes kind of vibe to it, and the silly bits of humor are nice, at least the first couple times you see them. The controls are simple in that it's just the arrow keys or WASD to move, and Z and X to do everything else. Your point of view changes a lot along with your controls, but that's pretty normal. I do have a few complaints about the controls, but that'll come up later. So the first enemy is this green piece of shit. He can't actually hurt you, but he keeps blocking a few attacks just to waste your time. You have to hit him when he starts an attack. Pretty standard stuff, but it's the type of thing that I have a lot less patience for the older I get. I really do think he's just here to make you learn the game's bullshit, since you don't know fuck about shit until you read the manual. Everything you do in this game, except for walking, requires you to press a specific direction, along with X or Z. This is the kind of shit we used to put up with. The first time I played this, I pressed all the fucking buttons while this green asshole kept hitting me. Nothing! I ended up having to look at the reviews on Steam to see if someone explained it. They did, but a child version of me would have thought I was a fucking moron. I can just hear him now. It's called a readme? You tell me what you should do with it, jackass. Anyway, once you get rid of the green guy, you move on to this labyrinth. First things first, that's the foot foley, and you'll just have to get used to it. I actually like it, but it's way too fucking loud. You have a map to navigate the labyrinth, but the fixed perspective kinda fucks with me. A mesh of rocks appears when you reach a wall that's behind the camera, but it obscures your view of the doorways. Speaking of the doorways, it can be tricky to tell exactly where the character is in relation to the doors. But you'll eventually pick it up, which is important for the hole traps. I don't know, it just seems off to me, but it's not that hard to get used to. There's a store where you buy things that you need to beat the other rooms, which means that you have to collect treasure to buy items to beat rooms. It's a classic adventure game formula, and it can be really fun if it's done right. When you open a door to a room, the character looks like he's trying to squeeze out a massive fart. I wonder if this was intentional with the cartoony aesthetic and sound effects. I've only seen 3 challenge rooms so far, and I've only beaten 1. As far as I can tell, it's just a matter of having the right item for the job. For this spider room, you'll need to buy the bug spray and spray it at this big ass spider's face, which gives you a flashlight, which I'm sure you'll use later. In this one, you have to jump across the rocks by pressing the right direction and an attack button. This kind of thing always fucks with me because the directions are up and down, but I always end up panicking and pressing right because that's where I'm trying to go. At the end, this dickhead wall spits fire at you. Thanks, asshole! I assumed that you just need to have the right item, but I got tired and gave up before I could check. There's one other room that I couldn't find again while I was recording. In there, 2 skeleton fricks throw bones at you because what else are they gonna do with their lives? Or not lives. It's all just platforms floating over an abyss, but I couldn't do anything. I assume you need an item to progress there. Maybe the flashlight that you get from the spider fuck. The game over screens are awesome. When your health bar runs out, you pass out and this sick pervert kidnaps your ass. Then he tortures the character and breaks the 4th wall by covering up the camera as if to say, yes, this is sexual for me, so you gotta get the fuck out. What if I'm into watching? So, yes to BDSM but no to voyeurism? Fucking prude. The first time I died, he tortured the character with a spike chair, but here, he stretched the poor fuck out on a rack. I kinda want to keep playing just to see how many different torture scenes they made. Now that's how you keep players interested. Alas, in reality, I probably won't go back to Little Divil anytime soon. The music is really fun. The Warner Brother-esque look and feel make it really entertaining when you fuck up. And it seems pretty straightforward once you figure out the controls. But at the end of the day, I have a lot of other games I'd like to play. I think it's the sort of thing that will really gel with certain people and their own brand of nostalgia. And it kinda does for me, actually. So I'd say if it's already in your game pile, give it about a half an hour and see if you like it. If you don't already have it, you gotta decide for yourself. But I do think it's worth a go at $1 or $2, if you're up for a little old school fun, that is. At the moment, it's $9.99 on Steam though, which I think is a little steep. But I don't have any idea how long it is, so yeah. I'm sure it'll go on sale again at some point, so there's always that. Well, that's all for this video, so why are you still here? Why am I still here? Why is anyone still here? Who knows? Goodbye. I think that's enough.